Welcome to one person, big difference. And I am Mia Krishnaswami, and my hubby Don and I are going to be conducting this call tonight. So welcome to all our new people. We're so happy to have you here with us. And tonight, let me just get a few little things out of the way. If you haven't registered for Nashville yet, Momentum Academy, please get registered for that. And we're still working on the hotel situation there. So stay tuned or get in touch with your upline about that. But Nashville is our next thing. And of course, we also have all these Evolve events that are happening in different places around the country. My sister Marisa is actually coming to Massachusetts. Yay! In November. So very excited for that. But welcome to you all. So tonight, we are going to focus on how to create $1,000 in new business. So, whether you're new or whether you're rebuilding, we are going to talk about what that can mean for your business. And basically, I will say belief is level one and certainty is level two. And what I mean by that is the certainty of the words that we use really matter. Um, Instead of saying, if it works, if I make $1,000, just say when I make it, when I make $1,000. Instead of saying, I think this is a great business, say, I know this is a great business. We are not trying to do something. We know that we have all decided to become business owners. And so if you know how to make $20, you can just increase that, right? Let's get you making the first $1,000. Don and I are a part of Fraser Brooks' Inner Circle, and this is something that he just trained on. And if you've already done $1,000, then let's get you making your next $1,000, because the reality is we're going to build on that. We're going to just keep growing and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And so it all starts with just taking action. And I will say, um, is this on the speaker view? I should probably put that on the speaker view. There, that's better. um, so here's one thing you can do. And you can do this if you want to make a declaration on social media. You can do that if that's not your jam. Make a video of yourself just to hold yourself accountable. And you can say, hey, it's Mia here. Today is October 30th, 2023. And I'm going to start on this day to embarking on how long it's going to take me to create $1,000 in new business. And I want to document it and I want to be accountable to myself. And then when you do that, then make another video saying, I did it. And then we're just going to keep building on that, because it's that action and creating those skills that gives us the results that we want. So the first thing to do is ask ourselves, why do we want to make $1,000? What will we do with it? How will we spend it? Will we invest in ourselves in personal development? Will we take a holiday with our family, our love? Will we pay off a debt? What is the purpose of that, specifically that $1,000? And then we are business owners, right? We are not hobbyists. So we want to think about, how much is a customer worth to us? 3 new customers on the Healthy Glow Essentials stack. What does that look like in volume? How does that translate into dollars? We need to know our numbers and what personally recruited team members will get us. If it's this month, we know that we're going to get an additional $100 commission per business partner on top of our commission. So if you don't know how many customers or team members you need to make that $1,000, then we need to figure that out, because then you want to ask yourself, how long do you want it to take? Do you want it to take you a month? Do you want it to take that 30 days? Or take 2 days off a month? Do you want it to take 28 days? Whatever it is, if you can commit to 5 days a week, commit to what you can commit to. And then just get into that mindset, so that you are in that mindset of, I can do this. I want to create this. People are, we want to become storytellers. We want to bring value to people. We want to, of course, be products of the products, which I'm sure we all are, but we share what we love, right? People buy on a feeling, on an emotion, and we put that value on what we sell. So, you know, we don't want to think about it in terms of, I mean, everybody is in sales. I don't care what it is that they do in life. We are all about sales because we are selling things that are important to us. We're passionate about those things. We're excited about those things. So we just have to commit to what we want. And if we want to create that $1,000, we have to commit to that. We have to make a decision, as Sean's tattoo decide says, because all of us, every single one of us is born to be extraordinary. And, as Yoda says, there is no you do or do not, there is no try, right? So we are committing to creating a business that is successful, but we're doing that because we care. We're coming from our heart. We're service oriented. And so when we commit to being service oriented, when we commit to something, whether that's, you can think about it in terms of $1,000, but what does that really mean? That means that we're transforming somebody's life. We're changing somebody's life, whether that's through a product or products, whether that's through finances. We have something that is on the side of the angels, that is magical, that is transformative. And that's why people stick around, because we have amazing leaders. We have incredible leaders that inspire us. Sean and Michelle, looking at their beautiful picture there. And it's really just about developing that discipline of being a professional, and just practice being a professional and continually being in that learning mode, because that's when we commit to being a professional, people think of us that way. So what is the image that we want people to see? If we're excited and we're passionate about what we're sharing, that's contagious. And I remember from the very beginning, my sister would always say, get into massive action, And so it's really just about, it is a numbers game, but it's about really translating what those numbers mean. How many people can we help? How many people can we bless? And so we can all do this. We all have it within us to be extraordinary and to be, when we're coming from our hearts and we're coming from that place of really wanting to help others, they pay attention to that. And it doesn't feel icky and salesy. It feels like we are really making a difference in somebody's life. I mean, what would that mean? An extra $1,000 in your business, and then just continuing to build on that and helping others do the same. That's when people really know that they're a part of something special. So we're constantly expanding our network. We're constantly having to think about the ways that we can be accountable to that goal. And I'm just going to turn this over to Don a little bit and see. He's going to share some action steps that we can take, that have to help us be active on social media. Maybe social media is not the way that you feel comfortable sharing this. There's nothing like being in person and that face-to-face communication, but it is a very valuable platform. And if you're consistent with that and you're sharing in your stories every day, we're just about, how can we make people take notice? We want to be that magnet that people are like, what's going on with that person? So, Dawn, do you want to just talk a little bit about some of those steps that people can take? And maybe,
Absolutely. And sweetie, if you want to chime in anything at any
yeah.
point. feel free if I'm missing something. We've really been blessed by being part of the incredible and wonderfully goofy Fraser Brooks inner circle. He's such an expert. There isn't a single question that stumps him ever. And it's just a joy to be learning there. And so I'm happy to pass on some of the core activities that we're all familiar with in many ways. But as we try to make that first or that next $1,000, what are we hands-on, boots on the ground doing? And so I've done this a good number of times now. And when I'm feeling unfocused and like, gosh, what do I do next? The 30-minute blitz session is a fabulous thing. It just takes 30 minutes. And you can actually make your blitz session as long or short as you want. But I've found even 30 minutes is tight for everything to cover. But it's divided into 3 parts. I think I've shared some of this here and there before. So if you've heard this, well, I always love hearing things a second, third, and fourth time. And maybe it's your first time with this idea. So, I always take my stopwatch right on my iPhone. I set it for 10 minutes, and we got 3 10-minute sections. So the first one is commenting. This is, of course, using social media. And, those who are less comfortable with social media, all I can say is if you sometimes feel like you're running out of names, or you're just having trouble knowing who to reach out to, turning to social media is a powerful way to build that list, to find people who are having pain. Just today, unexpectedly, I went to Facebook, and bang, right there was somebody who I've known in the past, who said that he's now cancer-free, and he's focusing on prevention and monitoring. And it was a perfect opportunity to step in and tell him that we have something here that's great for preventing problems. So anyway, turning to social media can really be powerful. So the first 10 minutes of this blitz session are commenting on people's posts. And that doesn't mean like writing cool, amazing, or wow, this kind of thing. Really writing something of substance that, because all those cool and wows, those go into the netherworld and nobody remembers those. But if you take a moment and really think about something that's going to be meaningful, that's meaningful to you in commenting on that person's post, and that you feel will resonate with them, it just needs to be something of substance and something that will be meaningful to them, so that they remember you, and so that you kind of create a rapport and a relationship there. So 10 minutes of that, and it's really important, I think, to track who you've commented on, how many comments you were able to do. And the next aspect is what we call FAM, which is find, add, message, FAM. So that's finding people in your social media who you're not already connected with, not already friends with, and adding them. And then, and this is the critical part, would you go in a restaurant or a bar up to someone and tap them on the shoulder and then walk away? No, but that's what we're doing when we friend somebody, and just leave it at that. Who does that? Tap, tap, well, goodbye. If you tap someone on the shoulder, it means, I'd love to meet you. You look interesting. Let's chat a little bit. So you friend them, and then you immediately go and send them a quick message. In my world, as a musician, often it's fellow musicians, and I'll say something like, hey, I noticed that we have a lot of musician friends in common. Don't know why we didn't connect before. Great to connect. I'm a musician in the Boston area. I'm also running a beautiful health and wellness business. And I always like to throw something like that in, just in case it creates a little bit of curiosity. And then, or you might say something like, look at their feed a little bit. You find someone that you like to friend, you can actually see their feed even when you're not friends, and make a comment in your message to them, not on the post, but in the message to them. I love that post that you did about blah, blah, blah. For example, I hope you don't mind me asking, but something relevant to the post, like, what was the name of that hotel you stayed at? This kind of thing, just anything that kind of, opens up a dialogue. And another thing that some people do, I admit I haven't been as good at this myself, is to actually voice message them. Mia just had an example recently where someone was blown away that she took the care and the thought to actually send a voice message. And of course, Mia has such a lovely, comforting, sweet tone in her voice that it's bound to draw somebody in. So either text messaging them or voice messaging them. So that's the FAM part. And I personally find that 10 minutes is scarcely enough for that, but I try to hold to that and do it within that time. Again, you could make it what you want, 15 minutes, 20 minutes each. And then the third phase of the 30-minute blitz session is ATQ, ask the question. This is the big one, right? Hey, name, I'm just curious, would you be open to learning about a game-changing way to stay healthy, young, energetic? And then Fraser always adds in his inimitable Liverpool accent, no worries if not, just thought I would ask. He always says, no worries if not, just thought I would ask. So you give them an out and keep it natural and simple. Or you ask them, hey, just curious, would you be open to learning about the business opportunity? No worries if not, just thought I would ask. This one I find particularly difficult to cover within 10 minutes because I feel like it takes a lot of thought to come up. And sometimes we're in our heads too much, though. You got to be in your heart. Just if something feels right to come out, just let it come out. I know I've been in my head too much sometimes, and maybe that's why I get one ATQ done in 10 minutes. Too much thought. And then Fraser uses the example of climbing a mountain as to how you're building your business. By the way, am I doing okay, or am I taking too much time? I'm good.
Not at all. Keep going, babe.
Okay. So climbing a mountain, he talked about the steep ascent version when you climb straight up the mountain. And that's where you ask the question out of the blue to someone with whom you have never established a relationship. That's kind of scary, right? And not necessarily advised always, but when you ask that way out of the blue, you could possibly get a quick yes. And how much time is that saving, right? But this approach is far more treacherous, like going up a steep ascent and avalanches and boulders and everything. You might fall off the mountain. The person might unfriend you. They might not appreciate being asked something out of the blue. So you have to be careful with that approach. But Fraser doesn't say don't do it, just be wise about it. But then there's the gradual ascent up the mountain where you establish that relationship. It takes longer to get to the top, to get that conversation going, to get that conversion to a business partner or a customer. But you're more likely, of course, to get it this way through the gradual ascent. And then he also talks about, as far as reaching out to somebody for the first time, the Lord reach out. And I'm not getting religious at this moment when I say that. This is an acronym for location. Where do you live? I live such and such. Occupation, what do you do? I do such and such. Recreation, what do you do for fun? And then dreams, LORD, location, occupation, recreation, and dreams. What's your number one goal for the rest of this year? I think people can sometimes be astounded when somebody cares enough to reach out like that, especially when it's authentic and sincere. And then this is really important. If you just find, add, and message, and you don't ask the question, you're going to struggle. You're just finding people and messaging them a general, generic hello. But if you just ask the question and you don't find, add, and message, you're going to run out of people to ask the question to. So the two work together. And then also, Fraser makes the important point, don't create content on social media before you have done your find, add, message and your ask the question. Create connections before you create content. This is what really keeps your business growing. I'm going to move over to one more area. Tell me if I need the hook. We're good?
No
Okay.
hook, no cane is coming.
Okay. So this aspect of things relates to the business opportunity. And I'm sure everybody here, most people here have seen the extraordinary recognition that LifeVantage has had by Business for Home. LifeVantage ranked as AAA+ opportunity for 23 and 24. And we're fools if we don't capitalize on that. Get that into your social media posts. I just did a post today where I just took bullet points out of that extraordinary article. And it's like the third party validation we have for Protandem. It's not us saying it. And I'll just very quickly go over these points. LifeVantage is an astounding opportunity. This is them saying this. LifeVantage has a top recommendation from Business for Home. Only 5% of companies are given this AAA plus rating. LifeVantage has demonstrated notable growth. LifeVantage has shown steady performance in the network marketing sector. Over half of its revenue could have been distributed as commission. When they say could have been, it's from their studying to see it looks like that's what may have happened. So over half of its revenue could have been distributed as commission. That's extraordinary, making it a motivating chance for individuals to reach their goals. And based on the extensive analysis provided by Business for Home, it's clear that LifeVantage has proven itself as an exceptional opportunity worthy of recommendation. From health benefits to community and company culture, LifeVantage seems to provide an array of opportunities and benefits that many find valuable and transformative in their lives. I mean, this is extraordinary. Use it, use it, use it. Put it out there, put it out there. I saw somebody ask, is it okay if we share this? What are you kidding? Share it. Get it out there. It's amazing. So on that subject of building business partners, how do we find those? We struggle with that. Mia and I struggle with that. But what about your current customers? After a month or so, and this is coming right from Fraser, I mean, do we think about that resource we have? Are we squeamish? Are we walking on eggshells? Oh, they're just enjoying the products. I don't dare ask them this. But after a month or so, reach out to your customer and say, hey, just wondering if you can help me with a very simple one-question survey. Who's going to say no to that? So you say, on a scale of 1 to 10, how comfortable would you be sharing your product experience with other people? 1 being completely uncomfortable, 10 being, I'd tell the world. So if they are in the 1 to 5 camp, just say, thank you so much, have an amazing day. If they say 6 to 10, say, amazing, I'm just curious, would you be open to seeing some information on how you could get your products paid for and make some extra money on the side? And then that ever-present out. No worries if not. And then if
Can
they
you
say
repeat
yes,
that? Can you repeat that, Don? Because in the text, a few people have
oh yes,
asked.
anything. I'm sorry, I'm not looking at all the chat right now. But if they say 6 to 10 that they would be willing to share this or comfortable sharing it, would you be open to seeing some information on how you could get your products paid for and make some extra money on the side? No worries if not. And if they say yes, they're interested, send the tool or set up a one-on-one with them. And if they say no, you still can mine that resource. Ask for a referral from them. Thanks very much for answering my questions. And if we are always looking for referrals. So these are just golden nuggets. The final thing I want to share as far as building our belief in network marketing, I'm just going to quickly share my screen, this is Fraser.
Oh, good. Okay.
I got it. I already checked if I could share. These are Fraser Book's top 10 network marketing books. And I'd be happy to put this somewhere if people want me to, maybe on OPBD Facebook. But this is the list of books. Go, and he lists them in the order that he feels we should read them. Although, funnily enough, he says number 2 should be read first. So we got Go Pro by Eric Worre, The 4-Year Career. You know what? I've already been on here a long time. I won't read all of these down, but you can see this list. I've read 4 of them so far, and they're truly great for just getting your belief built, finding your comfort in this incredible space of network marketing. And then he has 3 bonus books. He's very modest, and he puts his book, I Dare You, number 10. And then he has a second book, I Double Dare You. So that's a fabulous list if you're looking for building your belief in network marketing and just strengthening yourself. That's what I've got.
Thank you. Thank you, honey. That was wonderful. Basically, I think the biggest thing that stops us in this business is our own mindset about ourselves, right? If we don't believe in ourselves, no one else will either. And so we really have to get ourselves psyched up, move our bodies. We did a few jumping jacks before we got on this, just because it helps change your energy, right? And mindset is what gets you in motion. But the biggest thing that drives us is our why. We all probably have whys that would make us cry, that are why we are here. And, you know, if Marisa had never shared this with me, I mean, that would be impossible because we know how Marisa is. But, if she hadn't, I just think about that. If the person that shared this with you had never done that and you didn't know about this, you wouldn't know what you didn't know. But now that you know what you know, you got to share it because we have something that nobody else has. We are indeed on the side of the angels, and we just have to get out of our own way. And, however you get yourself in that mindset, if it's before you start your day and you know that God is governing every aspect of your day, and you're praying for God to lead you to those people that are down on their hands and knees, whether that's on a health level or financially. And if they are having financial stress, that can compromise their health. We have answers for everybody. And when you know that you're a part of something like that, and you've got the CEO and the corporate staff that we have, and all of the incredible cousins, we are so blessed. This is family. And I am just grateful every day that I'm a part of this, and that Dawn is a part of this with me, and that we all get to do this together. So we all know that we have our hands on something that is so precious, and we've got to get out of our own way so that we can shout it from the rooftops and get loud because people need to hear this. So that's really all we've got tonight, folks. And we love you all. We're so blessed by Sean and Michelle and our leadership. And I just hope this was valuable to you.
I just have to shout out, I love you. So good.
I love you too. Look at that background. See, that's what
I
this
didn't make it
business
on the
gives
beach
you.
today until like 5 p.m. So I love you all. Love you,
Aw.
Mia, Dawn. You did phenomenal. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, we love all of you. It's such a joy to be part of this extraordinary community. Big part of why I came in, because of the incredible heart of this community. So
Absolutely. All right, you guys, love you. If you're not registered for Momentum Academy in Nashville, get there. Get
Yeah,
registered.
you guys are getting so much love in the chat, Dawn and Mia. If you guys want to unmute, we have 1 minute left. Send out your love to them. They poured their hearts and soul. We're so grateful. That was so valuable. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
So thoughtful.
Thank you, Dawn and Mia.
Aw,
Or maybe
well,
not everybody can unmute. I'm not sure.
we
We have
love
unmuted.
you. We love you.
Oh, look at here.
Oh, yay.
Thank you guys very
Yay.
much. I appreciate it a lot.
Aw.
you're welcome.
Oh, we love you guys. This is the best. Hi, Loggies. Look at them.
You
right,
did
you guys.
it. It's amazing.
Let's go do it.
Yes, let's do it.
Oh, look at that. Look at that little baby doll at the top. Rachel Foss's baby. Oh, so
Oh,
cute.
so beautiful.